Welcome ESL to week 5 in the Supercars series as we are at Sebring International Raceway as we waiting for cars to hit the track for qualifying. We'll see who is the first car out. It looks like it's Cordell Walker. And it is. We have an extremely hot track, 131 degrees out. The air temp is about 86, so a very warm day today. We'll see how this affects some of these drivers. You do see some clouds around, so there might be some cloud cover during the race at times. Out comes James Hogan, the 64. Thomas Noble, he comes out. He is your points leader. 28 points ahead of Ryu, the 402. They're actually right next to each other in qualifying. We were scheduled to race at Long Beach Circuit road course, but unfortunately that track is broken, has its issues. So we're gonna be racing at Sebring for twice this season. The next race at Sebring will be a night race, so it'll be totally different than today. Javier Vasquez. Chuck Hicks, he's currently third in the points. Mitchell O'Brien right behind him, fourth in the points. We have Bob Harlow. He's fifth in the points. A little over 5 minutes to go. Cordell Walker was the first one out. And he's doing his first lap around. See what type of time the 71 is going to lay down. He's going to set the bar here. He's got one more turn before he crosses the line. This part of the track is a little tricky as well. You have some momentum coming out the straight into that last turn there. The same as going into turn 1. So 205.991. That will be the time to beat. most likely, most of these drivers might just get one lap in. We'll see. James Hogan quickly beats that time by about 0.3 of a second. Mason Stonewall third on the board. Make that fifth as Noble's third, and Ryu on top of the board now. Now it's Chuck Hicks. Aaron Kozak on top of the board, blazing fast time. Brett Sawyer moves up to 9th. Tom Krieg now is on top of the board. Still have quite a few cars that need to cross the line. Edmund Hunt is in 12th. Tim Rachel beats out Krieg. We still got a little over 2 minutes to go. Some of these drivers are gonna get another lap in. Ski moves up to 12th. We got about 8 cars that need to cross the line. As Cordell Walker heads into the pits, that might be it for him. Rutherford to 15th. Bob Harlow on top of the board. Still got a little over a minute to go. Marco Swift Del Rowe, Edward Zoom, cars that still need to cross the line. Now it's just Del Rowe and Boama. Some cars have headed into the pits and they're like, that's it, I'm going to do one lap and I'm going to check out. This time holds. Right now you got Harlow and Rachel Krieg. Those are your top 3. It looks like everyone's heading onto pit road. So it's looking like Bob Harlow, he is gonna win the pole today. That is Rachel second, Krieg third, Kozak fourth, Hicks fifth, Ryu sixth, Hogan seventh, Vasquez eighth, O'Brien ninth, and Thomas Noble rounds out your top 10. Still have a few more cars out on the track, but it looks like they're all coming onto pit road. Del Rowe's actually staying out. He's gonna cross the line. He is 21st, and Edward is 26th, so he hadn't crossed the line either. Those were the last 2 cars that needed to cross the line. It looks like the session is over. We'll give it a minute. It's officially over. I'll be back in a few minutes for the start of the race. Here we go. Week 5 is underway here at Sebring. Bob Harlow with a great jump. Can he hold on to the lead? He almost puts Rachel into that wall. He's trying to do everything he could to try to throw in a block. There's Chuck Hicks trying to battle with Kozak. This is for 4th. So much congestion and traffic here early on, as everyone is fighting for position. Sawyer picked up 4 spots there on the start. Trying to pick up a, was trying to stay ahead of James Hogan, his teammate. Right behind him is Ski and Noble. We are going 22 laps. Drivers can go about 12 laps on fuel, give or take, depending on how much fuel they use up. As everyone is almost single file, still a few cars still trying to battle here for a position. It's Colby Pierce. Bob Harlow in the lead, but doesn't have a big lead, as Rachel's going to try to draft off of him in this straightaway right here. Rachel gets a little wide there going around turn 17. You know, the track is a little slick. It is pretty warm, 129 degrees. Bob Harlow is not pulling away. And there goes Hicks. He was trying to do an aggressive move there on Krieg. It did not work. Around turn 6 and head into the hairpin. picks up a spot up to 19th. Edward and Mason are trying to battle for last here. Mason has dropped down 5 spots. Harlow with about a half-second lead over Rachel. When will these pit stops happen? You don't want to come in too early. You're going to risk not making it to the end on fuel. But sometimes you end up using more fuel than you want to. With the fastest lap in the race. Dougie Zoom. 20th. Tom Krieg takes over second place. He's trying to battle Rachel here. As they're side by side heading into 10. This is going to help Harlow pull away a little bit away from these two if they continue to battle for a long time as they touch. They go around turn 13. They definitely made contact there. None of these two want to give up this spot. And Krieg just could not get by the 44. That was a good battle for second. Helped Harlow pull away by 2. Now he has a lead of 2 seconds. It was only a half second. Bob Harlow is currently 5th in the points. If he can secure a win today, that'll be big for him. Rachel did a great job holding off Krieg. I really thought he was going to overtake the 44. Rocky Hill trying to pick up a spot here. Trying to move up to 14th. Evan Hunt. This is a battle for 15th. Oh, and that was Mitchell O'Brien. He just slightly came off the track. You're going to see him touch the grass there. Luckily, he was able to save it. There's Ski and Rocky Hill. This is for 13th. Harlow's lead has grown to 3 seconds. go about 12 laps on fuel. There is only one pit stop in this race. Unless someone tries to short pit and they come in a little too early, then we'll see if they can make it to the end. Tyler Rogalski and Marco Swift. Marco Swift up 3 spots, 22nd. Kozak with the fastest lap. There's Ski in 12. Rocky Hill's trying to battle as well. Rocky Hill in 13, Ski in 12. Right behind Hill is Walker in 14th. Then it's Delro in 15th. We're about halfway through this run. Let's enjoy the sights and sounds of Sebring International Raceway for a few laps. Bob Harlow continues to lead. About 2.8 seconds. The track has cooled down to 123. When we first started, we were around, actually 122 now. We were at what? We were at like 132. But you can see there's cloud cover now. As we are getting close to pit stops. Let's do a quick rundown of your top 10. We have Bob Harlow first, Ray Shell in second, Krieg in third, Chuck Hicks in fourth, Aaron Kozak having a good run so far in fifth, Mitchell O'Brien in sixth, Ryu in seventh, Hogan in eighth, Brett Sawyer in ninth. Thomas Noble rounds out their top 10. Right behind him is Javier and Ski in 11th and 12th. The big question is, when will drivers come in onto pit road? Just don't want to come in too early. We saw last season in the night race, Cordell Walker came in early because he ran out of fuel. So it could easily happen. Even if you pit on the correct pit window, you could still run out of fuel if your pit crew didn't do their job. Put in the right amount of fuel. Mitchell O'Brien gets by Eric Kozak into the top 5. Brett Sawyer trying to pick up another spot. Move up to 8th. Can he get by Hogan? Oh, he almost makes contact there with Hogan. That was very close. He had to check up. Has ran a pretty clean race. We almost had an incident with O'Brien when he came off the track, but he was able to save it. Bob Harlow extends his lead to 4 seconds. He's got all that clean air. No traffic ahead of him. Just needs to continue to stay consistent and have a great pit stop. Don't want to make a mistake on pit road. We have Ray Shell in second. Krieg is there, Hicks, O'Brien, Kozak, and Ryu. On a programming note, Next Gen is next following this race. And Hicks with a little aggressive move. He's trying to get by Krieg as they went around a hairpin. He's still trying to battle here for third. Javier moves up a spot, gets by Noble, moves it into the top 10. You can tell tire wear is starting to play a factor here on some of these drivers. Puig holds on to third for now. There's plenty of places on this track where you can make a pass. 5-second lead for Harlow. Harlow has not won this season. Noble has 2 wins. Rocky Hill has a win. Evan Hunt and Cordell Walker. Those drivers have a win. There in 7th. Noble 11th. TJ Hu in a battle with Dougie Zoom. This is for 20th. Thomas Noble. He gets by Vasquez. Vasquez lose 2 positions. Down to 12. Not sure what happened to the 7. When will drivers start coming in? We are very close to the halfway point of this race. Road takers onto pit road. So no one's really burning up their fuel, which is good. There's Gonzalez and Rutherford battling for 18th. Still side by side here, trying to heading into that hairpin turn there. 7. Turn 7. A lot of drivers have made passes around this turn. Dougie Zoom gets by Rutherford as well. So we'll go back to your leader. Does he come in this time? If he comes in, I think everyone might follow suit here. Goes around the final turn. And it looks like he's heading onto pit road, and he is. And here we go. Pit stops. As everyone else follows suit, and here comes everyone else. We'll keep an eye out to see if anyone decides to stay out. But it looks like everyone is coming onto pit road. Pit road is extremely busy right now. It's gonna be a race out of pit road. And out comes Bob Harlow first. There's Rachel second, Creed third, Hicks fourth. And it's Mitchell, Aaron Kozak. Ryu. Got Sawyer, Ski, and James Hogan. Del Rowe moved up to 11th, picked up quite a few spots there in that pit stop. But the whole field came in at the same time. It was definitely a race out of pit road, but Del Rowe, man, he took advantage and picked up a ton of positions. Thomas Noble didn't do so well. He came out 15th. He lost a few spots there. Well, Bob Harlow has over a 5-second lead. Then it's Rachel, Krieg, Hicks, Mitchell, O'Brien, Aaron Kozak. Krieg got a little wide going around 17. Let's take a look at where your top 5 in points are, at where they're positioned at this race currently. Thomas Noble, he is your points leader. And he is currently 15th. Not where he wants to be. They're going to gain some ground on him if this race ends like this. Ryu, he is currently second in the points, currently running 7th. Third in the points is Hicks. He is currently in 4th in the top 5, having a solid day. O'Brien is 4th in the points. And he is 5th. He is having a solid day as well, especially with Noble being in 15th right now. This is going to help them. And Bob Harlow in 5th in the points, and he is your leader. So this is also going to benefit him. Harlow is about 52 points back. And now he has about a 6.5 second lead. And man, the track has cooled off dramatically, about 15 degrees, maybe a little more, down to 115. This cloud cover definitely has changed this track. As we have 9 laps to go. these drivers here are trying to battle for position. These spots are very important because you have Hicks there and O'Brien. Ryu's not too far behind. And all these drivers are very close to each other in the point standings. So gaining a position here and there will be big. Let's go a little further back in the field. There's AMK Ski currently in 9th, up 4 spots. Krista Rowe, he is your biggest mover, up 10 positions. He had an outstanding pit stop. His pit crew did their job. There's Evan Hunt in 14th, up 2 spots. Rocky Hill, last week's winner, he is down 6 positions, currently in 17th. Not today, he's won right now. He can still try to pick up a few more spots here. Dougie Zoom right behind him, up 5 positions. Now it's Javier Vasquez with the fastest lap. He is right behind Cordell Walker, but he is down 5 positions. He's trying to make up some ground here. There's Ryu, he gets by Aaron Kozak, moves up to 6. Now you got Ryu, O'Brien, and Hicks all together. They're all in the top 5 in the points. Here's Dougie Zoom. And that looks like Pierce, Colby Pierce, trying to battle for 18th. Rutherford trying to get by Pierce as well, and does. Oh, he was going to try to get by Pierce, but he cannot get there in time. One little slip up and you can lose a few spots. It's happened to a few drivers today. About an 8.5 second lead for Harlow as he goes around the final turn here. There'll be 7 laps to go when he crosses the line. Great race for Harlow. Creed, he's trying to battle there for 2nd from Rachel. He didn't make the pass here. So all these cars here, 2nd through 7th, are very tight. One little mistake, one little slip up, and you could lose a few spots. Got Red Sawyer there in 8th. And then it's Ski behind him, about probably a second or 2 behind him. see if everyone put in the amount of fuel they were supposed to as well. But we only have a few more laps to go. I mean, it is a long way around Sebring. That's right on board. Kozak for a lap. Harlow still in control by 10 seconds. As we got 5 to go. Javier Vasquez trying to pick up a spot here and get by Cordell Walker. This is for 12th. Looks like he's going to get by. He does. Also saw Gonzalez get by him during that break. Gonzalez up to 16, up 4 positions. There's still a few laps left to try to gain maybe 1 or 2 more spots for some of these drivers. Kozak in 7th. He was off to a pretty rough start. He's currently 23rd in the points, so definitely off to a rough start. But today, he's making up for it. 7th in the top 10. If he can finish in the top 10, this will be his first top 10 of the season. So great run by him. Cordell Walker trying to take his spot right back away from Vasquez, and now Vasquez can lose another spot here to Hunt. Hunt is in the inside there. Now they're side by side, trying to battle here for 13th. Can Vasquez hold him off? Got Thomas Noble back there as well, trying to capitalize. That's what he's going to try to do here. He's going to try to get by his teammate, and he picks up a spot. There goes Harlow coming around turn 16. 11-second lead. Just gets faster and faster. When he crosses the line, it'll be 3 to go here at Sebring. There's Creed trying to find an opening. He tries to go to the outside. That is not going to work. Ends up getting a little wide. So be careful, he can lose a spot there. At this point of the race, you got to try to do whatever you can to gain a position. And there's O'Brien. He's trying to do whatever he can. Can he get by Hicks? He is right there. Now they're side by side, going around 3 and 4. Hicks might lose another spot if he's not careful. He gets a little loose coming out to turn, and he loses 2 positions just like that. Down to 6 as Ryu gets by him. All these drivers are racing 4 points here to be. They're all in the top 5 in points. Still positions to be had. 4th through 7th. And Sawyer has caught up to the bunch. So we'll see if he can do anything here in these last 2 laps. Well, he has definitely closed in to Kozak. So he's gotten faster deep into this run. The track has cooled off, so it affects these cars in different ways, depending on how you have them set up. Some drivers prefer the very hot track, and some just prefer the very cool track. We have 2 laps to go. Now, unless Harlow makes a mistake, he is not losing this race. Rachel is just trying to hold on to 2nd. This is a great run for Rachel as well. Currently 16th in points. This will be Rachel's 2nd top 5 in a row. Finished 2nd last week at Coda. So maybe Rachel's going to start picking it up here, get on a little hot streak. And that's what starts happening once we start doing these major progressions. Things start to change. Some drivers just start to figure things out. Look at Rutherford all over the 12 of Rocky Hill, trying to find an opening to try to get by. Now Pierce is going to try to make a pass here, and it does. That was for 19th. Now he was trying to get by Rutherford. As Harlow hits the straightaway here. Almost 12 seconds for him. As he goes around the final turn. As the white flag waves last lap. Michelle still holding on to that second. Gain one more position here in the last lap. He picks up a spot while he's trying to battle Swift there for 23rd. Get by the 44. He's tried a few times. As Harlow goes around turn 16. Heck of a day for the 97 in Lost City Racing. He goes around turn 17. The checkered flag waves. And Bob Harlow wins at Sebring International Raceway. Second is going to be Tim Rachel. Tom Cregan third. Mitchell O'Brien fourth. Ryu fifth. Chuck Hicks sixth. Aaron Kozak seventh. Brett Sawyer eighth. AMK Ski ninth. And James Hogan rounds out your top 10. Well, Bob Harlow had a rocket ship today. Won the race by like 12 seconds. And this is definitely going to help him out in the standings. As Thomas Noble finished 14th. So drivers are going to gain some ground on that 6. As I check the schedule out. Had 2. to Watkins Glen. We have sprint races next week. So it's a double points race. I mean, just double points next week. So that'll be big. And then we come back to Sebring for the night race. That has a one pit stop as well. Then we have Mount Panorama, the endurance race. That has 2 pit stops. And then we'll have another double points week with sprint races at Monza. So the schedule is going to get fun from here on out. And after today, some drivers were able to close the gap some. But up next will be the next gen in about 20 minutes to a half hour. We'll be at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It looks like Harlow just ran out of fuel. He's not going to make it back to his pit stall. Shell ran out of fuel as well. But congrats to Lost City and Bob Harlow on the win today. Like always, thank you for supporting the stream and the league. I will see you guys next time.